Okay. Hey, so welcome back, me, and maybe the three other people that are actually watching this. So last time I had a little bit of difficulty with I mean CodePen. By difficulty, I mean CodePen didn't save any of my work for that last video. So basically, what I had to do was go back and do it again, and here we are. So there it is. Completed tribute page. Hits all the spots here. I'm just going to go by and make sure. I was checking these off earlier, so I can view tribute page with an image and a text. Got an image and a text there. I can click on a link that will take me to the external website with further information on the topic. Boom. That is it. So there's a link there, and it closely, with the exception of maybe this isn't so light and gray as the well is, but that was just my making up for the fact that there was no more wells class in Bootstrap 4. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I had already gone through and saved this and completed it. So let's just move on to the next one here. I don't know. Just in case that one doesn't work, let me actually go ahead and just save that in there. Alright, so on to the next one. Personal portfolio webpage. Build a CodePen app that is similar to this. I'm going to close this one out. Okay, so we've got a pretty standard layout here. I think maybe the hardest part for me is going to be the contact form. So that's going to be interesting. These are pretty cool. Sweet. Okay. So let's start this. But so here's the trick, right? I'm not going to use CodePen anymore because last time I was having some speed issues with it, and I'm pretty sure it was my computer. So this time I'm gonna wing it, right? So I have my local development environment still. I have my local development environment, and I'm gonna use that. Still gonna follow this stuff. But I'll just load all of the dependencies that I need for the site. So Bootstrap, jQuery, maybe not so much Animate. I don't think that any of this uses Animate or anything really. That looks like Font Awesome. I can load that in too, maybe later. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's skim over these so I can access all the portfolio's web content just by scrolling. Yep. So one page, click different buttons, it will take me. Yep. Okay. Thumbnail images of different projects. Yep, okay. Navigate to various sections by clicking on the navigation. Okay. Is there smooth scrolling on this thing? Let's see. Oh, there is smooth scrolling. That's gonna be the kicker. I don't know if Bootstrap is enabled smooth scrolling or not. So smooth scrolling, I think, is just this, right? So it'll click and it'll just kind of slowly and smoothly swing over to the next section. So there's that. To put this out there, you should consider building your portfolio page. Use Bootstrap and how it makes this much easier for you. Note that CodePen overruns window open, so if you want to use... Oh, okay. Okay, cool. And then the usual here, read, search, ask if you get stuck. And that's it. Okay. So let's do this. Let's get into my local development environment. I already actually kind of set it up a little bit, so you see the FCC portfolio there. And on my page here, actually, oh no, I wanted that open still. I use this one as a reference. So I want this one open. Let's just throw it on this side here, and then this one will be our actual site here. So I have a Bootstrap 4 template, like a starter template that I've kind of been using. Welcome to the dojo. It was, for those of you that recognize it, it's from NetNinja's tutorial on on Bootstrap 4. So I followed that over one weekend, and now clearly I'm an expert on Bootstrap 4. What can go wrong? So here we go. Let's do it. I'm going to start by erasing all the stuff that I don't want. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's start by erasing all the stuff that I don't want. let's clear everything. Because I like doing that. I don't know why, but I always like just starting from as scratch as possible. But I'm going to leave the nav bar in there because I don't want to start from that far scratch. So let's see if this is working here. I've got my, it's watching SAS, and it's got the live. For those of you that haven't used Visual Studio Code before, I think it's great. I just recently somewhat kind of switched to Windows for web dev stuff, and so far it's been kind of rocky as far as getting this environment set up, but really it's worth it. Actually, I kind of like it. I like it a lot. It's been fun. Okay, so I'm probably going to jump to the Bootstrap documentation for the branding for the nav bar, but let's actually, let's do that first. Bootstrap for nav bar. Because I forget, I know it's just a class, but there it is, support content brand. So we want that. Navbar brand will also, I'm just going to, instead of putting the image there, since I don't really have an image, I'll just put a text. I guess this is it. So navbar, nav class. So it's just this right here. It's easy. Good to go. Okay, so navbar tech brand. And that's right below the navbar class, nav class. There it is. Who should I name this portfolio for? Joe Navy, because I'm in the Navy and I have to make this somewhat fun somehow. So home, about, what does he have? What else does he have? He has an about, portfolio, and a contact. So about, oops. About, portfolio, contact. Look at that, doing good so far. Okay, so we'll pop into my container here, and we'll just keep going down the list. I want to keep that Jumbotron in there. Actually, you know what, let's change this. Navbar. Let's change this to just the regular. Navbar expand. Why is it showing up like that? That's weird. The background is. Do I have any overriding CSS? No, I don't. Just the 10,000 pixels on the body there, just so I can scroll down. That was the idea. So I can scroll down a little bit and check out what's going on. Navbar SM. You know what? Let's just keep that PG info, and then navbar. What did I have? Light. That'll work. Okay, so we'll throw the Jumbotron class in there. Jumbotron class. So honestly, that just looks like a P. So I guess front-end developer. Let's copy that text. Screw it. Developer except with practical experience. You know what? No. I'm gonna make this a little bit more mo-beta. I'll just throw the lorem in there for now, and then we'll go back and edit the copy, because I have ideas for this Joe Navy character. So let's do this, and then we'll throw a horizontal rule in there, because that's what that was, right? Horizontal rule, and then maybe that's like an H4. I do love my H4s. show that so far I have no creativity whatsoever. So that's perfectly fine. So Jumbotron text center. Let's get all this text centered. There we go. And then we'll add an image of this guy, of Joe Navy. Photo of Joe Navy. Let's pop in here, and there was a filler. Placeholder.it? Placeholder, yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's grab one of these. 350 by 150, that's fine. That'll work. And then make this a circle. Make that a circle. So again, what I like to do when I go through, right, is I'll just I'll code everything, and then I'll code everything as I see it on a page, and then that's when I'll start to go through and do more things. Portfolio, all caps, this. Uppercase text transform it. I don't know. So HR, yeah. So we'll go through and and code everything first. Not really worry about the styling necessarily, but really Bootstrap hits. This is all it seems like basic styling, except for some differences here. But then afterwards, I'll just go through and I'll go through and do the styling and call it a day. 400 by 300. I'm terrible with dimensions when it comes to images. Oh wait, these are okay. So these are the portfolio images. I might want to actually throw that into a. I'm terrible with dimensions. There you go. That'll work. So actually throw that into a. Where is my container? Div container, there's a container right there. I don't have a container. What in the world? Did I delete it? That's weird. Okay, well. Let's see. So, how many images does this guy have on here? 2, 4, 6 total in the portfolio with the 2-column layouts. Okay, so 2-column, let's call it row. Actually, you know what? I should have put this because I'm doing Bootstrap. Row. This is why I like using my text editor also. I wasn't able to do that before. I couldn't shift the things up like what I did just now before. And yeah, I like my text editor. It's great. So it's 2 columns on a big screen. Let's see what that looks like. Because I don't have a container. Container this, and then we'll go through and grab all of this and shift it up. That is my container. This is my row. Save that. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we'll have to make this a we'll have to make this one a fluid Jumbotron, but that'll work. So H3 portfolio wise, it's showing up on the same. There we go. Did that do anything? Yeah. You know what? Let me be a little bit more better at this. What's my time? How much time do I? 15:03. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this at. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep on pushing through. I'm gonna push through until I feel like it's enough for a YouTube video, and then I'm gonna continue it. It'll be a part. So what I want to do is actually, I should have done this before. Not hero, not div, because what I do usually is I'll make sections to make it just a little bit more organized, and for some reason I didn't do that. So section class hero, and then we'll pop down here, and then we'll go section class portfolio. There we go. That makes me feel a lot better. So I'm just a tad bit lost here. Section class portfolio. So now with this, I'll make the row and a column 6 times 2. Pop these open and throw the image in there. Go ahead and paste that in there, and ports, portfolio images. Actually, just copy this whole thing, open that up, throw it in there, see what that looks like. Okay, so why is it doing that? Class equals why is it doing that? That's gonna bug the crap out of me. Why is it doing that? In a row with the same column, 2 columns, access 6, but they're running into each other. What in the heezy? 350 by 150? Maybe that's it. Maybe I should just make it 300. They shouldn't be running into each other like that, though. That's really weird. Okay, well, anyways, we'll just we'll continue on. So portfolio, I want to make uppercase. That's what it is, not all caps. All caps, uppercase. I guess it's the same deal. It's in the same row outside of the column. Portfolio, and we got a horizontal row right there. That looks really terrible. I'm just gonna match. When I go through, I'm definitely gonna match that. So let's for now throw the class text center. Throw the text center in there, and then add with 2 columns. There's something that I'm doing that's not right here. So let's just play around with this a little bit, because I'm terrible at this apparently. So this is a row right here, right? Let's actually I like to pop this out. No, how do I pop this out? That's the row, and there's 2 columns. Extra small 6. I wonder what. You know what? Let me play around with that, because that is really going to bug the crap out of me. Why it's running together like that. Because I have it. I think I have it right. Let's go with the small there. And then actually I'll just copy. Oh, what the heck was that? No, screen draw. copy this. Oh, there it is. So what the heck? Was it just because of... That's not... No, that doesn't make any sense. What the heck did I just do? Image fluid, image fluid. Okay, it worked. Anyways. Alright, let's max this out and see. That's a little off. Let's... No. So what happens if I add another image underneath this? There's got to be an easy way to do that. Am I completely overthinking this? I'm overthinking this, aren't I? How do I add more images below this without doing what I just did? I feel like that's really silly. Because if I add that, right, then that's like the same thing. But that's a different row. Oh, good lord. What's going on here? Is those different rows? Be like one row, right? Why am I so confused with this right now? What is going on? That's not a... That should be different rows then. I wonder what... Okay, let's screw it. Let's just try that, right? Because I am hilariously confused right now. I don't like the way that it does that though. That one can change Visual Studio Code. Oh, for my comments, whenever I copy and paste like that, it always drops to the bottom below, and I don't really care for that too much. So maybe if I just add a padding to this really quick. There we go. Okay. That's probably not the best way to do it, but it's probably definitely not the best way to do that, but you know what? For some reason, I'm completely blanking out on the proper Mobeto way to do that. But for now, let's actually see if that works with... so that looks fine just like that. Let's see if that drops down. You're going to drop down for me? Yep, there it is. Just want to make sure that that's going to be completely responsive. That's popping out, but that's fine. I can fix that later. Alright, well, back to this again. Let's put small 6 on there, pi 3, small 6, pi 3. Each of these rows should have a py3 on there, just to make it look even. Okay, so I got that. That's the portfolio section. And it looks like he's got a horizontal rule. Here we are again with this. It's gonna bug the crap out of me. How about that? I'll get to the end of this little section here, and then we will call it. We'll call it a day for now, at least, until I can do the styling. Wow. What is going on there? What is this? What's going on? Man, what's up with my stuff? Okay, I'm sorry. I got extremely distracted. This is bugging the crap out of me. Why is it also... Okay, anyways. So let's throw another section in there with the class of, I guess, contact me. So contact will be the section, and then what was I using up here? I want to stay the same H3 class portfolio. So H3 with contact me. He's got a horizontal rule. You know what? Yeah, he's got the horizontal rule there. and then the form. So I'm really terrible with forms. So I'm definitely going to have to refer to the documentation for it, but that's okay because read, search, ask, right? Let me throw in an HR right there, horizontal row there. This is also make uppercase, and then we will save this on over and see what that looks like. Did I put a text center on that? Yeah, I did. Okay, now, so let's go to the Bootstrap documentation. What am I doing on time? How am I doing? 25 minutes. Okay, it's not bad. Bootstrap for forms. So this is actually what I've been doing a lot of recently is just trying to do this. Is referencing the documentation. Like, I guess I feel like I should know this, but at the same time, I know that it's not. Let's copy this one. I like this one. Copy that, and then we'll just remove everything else. And that it's not practical to think that, oh yeah, just because I learned freaking Bootstrap for a long time ago, or a little bit ago, then that added a lot of code to it. Portfolio images. Okay, so where does mine start? Mine starts right here. So let's see. Okay, that'll work. So contact me, name, email address, and phone number. So name, email address, and phone number. So this form group I can delete because that is search. Name, email address, and phone number. Email input. This is the email I want to email input. Form group row. Oops, name input. So how you can build your own VR headset for $100. Interesting. Name artisanal kale. Okay. Let's change that really quick. Joe Schmuckatelli. He's a seaman. So, email, Bootstrap, yep, example, URL, email address, phone number, and a message. So let's go. This is good. This one is URL. I don't want URL. Yeah, so I think it's cheating, but at the same time, I don't, because I'm referencing documentation and I'm just, making it mine. Form group row. I don't need a number in there, do I? Phone number? Yeah, I guess I do. Wait, there's a... No, screw that. That is the same. Date and time? No, don't need that one. Date, month, week, time, color. Date, month, week, time, color. Well, actually, I'm just going to delete all of this because everything else is telephone date. Let's see what that looks like now. Do you want to pass it? Nope. Email, telephone number. So let's just make sure this works. 619-770-7528. Cool, that works well. Name, email address, phone number. And a message. All split up by horizontal rows, but let me figure out what I can do from message. Another label, another input. I don't want inline forms. Using the grid, that's fine. Inline static controls, disabled state. text. Radios disabled, visual states. Text area. Okay, that's what I want. I want a text area. Example, text area form group. We'll copy this form group here. And we'll throw this. Let's actually, oops, nope. Message. Yeah, that'll work. So let's copy. Oops. Let's copy that. Their ID, message, 3 rows. Yeah, we'll make it 4 rows. I wonder if I put this value property, what it would do. We're so awesome. Okay, not so awesome. Placeholder. Placeholder equals you're so awesome. Hey, placeholder, FCC. I learned something. Check that out. All right. Anyways, so contacts. Let's throw that in there. So there's a horizontal rule on this one, separating each the name. Is that a horizontal rule, or is that? Yeah, that's definitely a horizontal rule. I was thinking it was either a horizontal rule or it was a just a border bottom. That wouldn't make too much sense there. So we got one above contact me, we got the one below contact me. Name, email, telephone, message, name, email, telephone, message, you're so awesome, and then a send button. Oh, Jesus, I need a submit button. Why don't I have a submit button? There's a submit button right there. Button type, submit, class button, primary, submit, button. I could have just typed that up. I'm just being lazy. Anyways, should it be inside the form group? There it is. Okay, so what does that look like? Oh, that's outside of the horizontal rule. Outside of the horizontal rule, but now it's not a part of the form anymore. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so send, want to get in touch with me for request. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, guys. I'm so sorry. This form group should be bumped up a little bit. Oh man, this is terrible. Form group row. Form. Okay, so let's finish this part up here. I don't like how that's coming out of the section. It shouldn't come out of the section. And I'm going to bump the whole form up just one more. So that looks a little better. So all the lines are connecting. Yeah, that bugs me. Okay, anyways, get in touch with me. So actually, that's still in the same section. Lorem, oops. Lowercase l for lorem. It's weird how it does that. And then we have a footer part 1, I guess. Footer tag part 1 with let's call this a row with call. Did I put extra small or small? I put small. Column small. It's also broken up into this is also broken up into 2. So we'll throw an H4 in there about this page. And then SM6 with an H4 of around the web. Around the world, around the world. Around the world, around the world. I'm not going to create it with love fueled by... Actually, I know, that's my bottom part. Man, what am I going to do here? Made by ahref dev.com. It's because I got to throw that in there. Made by Casey Hagen, right? We'll put social icons there. Around the web, social icons, and then I should really load in Font Awesome right about now. Is there Font Awesome CDN? Recommended CDN for Font Awesome, right? Excuse me, a little tickle. What in the world? Darn you, word wrapping. I rarely ever use Font Awesome, to be completely honest. Okay, so FA Twitter, that's the naming convention. That'll work. Okay, excuse me. Let's do this. So this has 4. I'm just gonna excuse me. That has 4. I'm just going to I'm just gonna make 3 because I only have 3 and I'm selfish. So I with a class of FA tag FA tag. See what that looks like. There's Twitter. There it is. And then I can't Control Shift D. Okay, so this doesn't. I don't like that. Whenever I try and Control Shift D to duplicate a row, which is one of the things that I like doing in my text editor, it doesn't work for me. Why are you doing this to me? How does it automatically open up like that? I don't really care for that too much. Oh man. Okay, there's the social icons. And now, footer PT1. Ooh. Should be a section. How come you guys didn't say that before? It should have been a section. Footer tag part 2. Naming conventions. Ooh-yah, I just read an article about naming conventions in CSS. That's pretty cool. Footer part. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Probably not. What does this footer say? Okay, so this footer is easy. This one is my created with love. You'll buy coffee pipe. HTTP. HagenDev.com. HagenDev. And then that'll be a text center for this. And then we'll just BG info that. Make that wide. Alright, there it is. So, that's the basic, what it basically looks like right now. I have to make the nav bar sticky. There's a couple of things that we have to do for the CSS, but since this is a 40-minute video already, I am going to, this is going to take forever to process this on my little surface. I'm going to stop it right now, and then we'll do the CSS styling in the next video. So there's the basics, basic of the site right now. Looking good. And there you go. So that's it. See ya.